Hi guys, my name is Rebecca Warfield and I will be your English teacher for English 201 in spring 2014. First, I just want to apologize for bundling up here, but it is below freezing outside from my understanding and I have no heat in my office. So I'm just a little cold. So I have some hot coffee here and a scarf and we're going to be all right. So anyways, this video is to go over the syllabus just to give you an idea of what this course is going to be about and the expectations I have of you and for you in this course. So you can access the syllabus on Blackboard and go and follow along if you'd like. And I will also go over the syllabus the first day of class. But these videos tend to be like 20 minutes because I ramble a little bit. So I'm just going to get right into this here and spare you hopefully a few minutes. So again, this is English 201. My name is Rebecca Warfield. You can call me Miss Warfield. My office is in Morton 105B, which is on the first floor of Morton Hall. It's in the same hallway as the student restrooms and the vending machines. If you go the whole way down that hall towards the clock tower, it's the last hallway on the right, second office on the right, and that's 105B. My office hours this semester are going to be Tuesday, Thursday from 11 to 1. If you cannot meet with me during those times, we can schedule another time to meet, or you can meet with me on Skype, and my Skype name is rebecca.warfield1. When I'm logged into my office, I will, when I'm in my office, I'll be logged on to Skype. And if I happen to not be in my office and you want to meet with me via Skype, we just need to set up a time to meet. You can also meet with me via Gmail chat, which is rebecca.warfield1 also. I'll be logged into Gmail when I'm in my office. I do want to give you a heads up that I don't do any I don't help you with your papers via Skype or via Gmail. I really want to meet with you face to face. If absolutely necessary, I can meet with you via Skype, but not via Gmail. And you can't email me your paper for me to look at and send back to you. You have to be present. But if you do need to email me, my email is warfieldr, WARFIELDR @uncw.edu. So for this course, you are going to need the textbook. Everything is an argument without readings. And this should be the 5th edition. If the bookstore has a 6th edition, I might have to make a few adjustments to the calendar just in terms of chapter numbers and stuff, but that's okay. Pardon me. Please do get the one without readings. If you get the one with readings, it's really not that big of a deal. It's just more expensive and we won't be using the readings in it. So I don't want you to waste your money. So you'll need your textbook. Of course, you will need internet access. You will need your UNCW email, Blackboard address, and a WordPress account. And don't worry about the WordPress account right now. I will talk to you about that the first week of class. Sorry, I'm just really cold. I need something warm in my life right now. Okay, so I'm going to skip the course description and the course goals. Just, this is sophomore comp. We'll be focusing on reading and writing in the academic arena. The cell phone and electronics policy, this is on page 2. Please make sure you turn off your cell phones prior to class. I do not want to hear them go off, and that also means I don't want to hear them vibrate either. In fact, sometimes it's louder when your phone vibrates on top of all the crap in your bag. It's very disruptive to your classmates and to me. So I beg of you to turn off your phone. Better yet, you could leave your phone somewhere else, in your car, in your house, whatever. I have a phone, right? I have it here. It sits in my office. I do not bring it to class, and I would prefer that you don't bring your phone to class either. If your phone rings or if I hear it vibrate in class, you will be marked absent for the day. No exceptions, no excuses. Also, no texting in class. It is extremely rude to text in class. When someone else is talking and you're doing this, it's extremely rude. Imagine if you asked me a question and I responded with this. You would be all over Rate My Professor. You'd be all over the end of the semester evaluation, slamming me about how I'm rude because I was texting when you were trying to talk to me. Well, I feel the same way, and your classmates feel the same way too. It's a public space. Do not text. If I catch you texting in class, you will be marked absent for the day. Also, laptops and tablets may only be used on days when specified. If we're doing a workshop or peer review, you're more than welcome to bring your laptops to class. If I catch you doing anything that's not pertaining to class, you will be marked absent for the day. Excuse me. If you are using an internet-ready device in class when it is not permitted to be used, you will be marked absent for the day. Now, getting marked absent for all of these tech issues really sucks because I only allow 3 absences per semester. On the 4th one, you fail. So you really don't want to be marked absent because you were texting in class or because you were surfing the internet when you should have been working on your paper or something like that. So please make sure that you don't bring your electronics unless specified, and you're only missing class because you really have to, not because it's a behavior issue. Also, along the lines of attendance, 2 tardies is an absence. So the way I work tardies is if you come in after I finish taking roll, you're tardy. If I'm still taking roll, or obviously if I haven't taken roll yet, you're not tardy. So just make sure you're there on time. I tend to be on start class on the dot every single day. Every once in a while, we might start a minute or two late, but very rarely. So make sure you're there on time every single day. Also note that if you miss a class and you email me asking me if we did anything, I'm not going to respond. Of course we did something. We're always doing something. In college, it is your responsibility to find out what you missed. Of course, if there's documents or something, I will give those to you. But generally, you should be asking your classmates, your colleagues for what you missed. I will give you time the first day of class to write down the contact information and names of 3 classmates, so that way you know who to contact. Now, along the lines of contacting me, again, I'm not going to go over the different ways that's on the first page of the syllabus, but I do want you to know, if you email me, I do expect your emails to be professional. They don't have to be perfect, right? Typos and stuff happen. I make typos all the time. You'll see. That's okay. Those things happen. But you should use professional etiquette. So that means your emails to me and to your classmates should have 3 things. 1, a salutation. That's where you address who you're sending the email to. So you might say, "Dear Miss Warfield," "Hi Miss Warfield," "Hey Miss Warfield," whatever. Doesn't have to be super formal. It just has to address me as a person that you're sending an email to. And then, of course, you have the body of your email where you ask me your questions or tell me whatever it is you need to tell me. And then you have the closing, which is where you sign your name. So you could put "Sincerely your name," "Thanks your name," or you could just put your name, or I just put my initials. That's okay. You just have to sign your name some way. If you send me an email without one of those 3 parts, I will not, if you send me an email without one of those 3 parts, I'll respond to it one time asking you to resend it with the correct information. After that, I will not respond to your emails if they're not correct. I will just delete them. I'm not trying to be a jerk. This is just good practice for the professional world. So please make sure you have a salutation, a body, and a closing. Moving on to the things that you really, really care about, your assignments and grades. So in this class, you will have 3 short essays that total 450 points combined. You will have 10 blogs at 10 points apiece. You have a final paper at 350 points, a documentary evaluation at 40 points, and then 3 discussion boards at 20 points apiece. I'm not going to go over all the whole grading breakdown. Just know that it is 1,000 points total, and I do plus minus. So make sure you're paying attention to that. Late work policy and deadlines. I do not take late work under any circumstances, and that is because you know when things are due starting now. It is January 8th at 12:59 p.m., and all of your due dates, all of your prompts, all of your assignments are already on Blackboard ready to go. So you know all of the due dates well in advance. You usually have about 2 or 3 weeks in between each of your papers. And everything's sent to me electronically too. So there's no excuse why things can't be turned in on time. Everything is due at 11:59 p.m. The time that I receive it in my inbox is the time that I consider it submitted. So let's say it's due at 11:59 p.m. You send it to me at 11:50 p.m. But for some reason, there's a tech delay and I don't get it till 1 a.m. It's late. I don't care. I don't care if it's, 12:03 in the morning. It's just late. And I'm not going to take it. So please make sure you give yourself plenty of time to allow for some tech delay. Also, I don't take technology as an excuse for late work. If your computer breaks, there are 1,000 computers on this campus that you can access. Yes, if your laptop breaks, it might be inconvenient to walk from the dorm or to drive from your apartment to the library, but it has to be done, right? Deadlines are deadlines, and that's part of being a college student, is making sure you meet those deadlines. So I will not accept technology malfunctions as an excuse for late work. Also, your work must be in a .doc or .docx format. if you are sending me one of your papers. If it's a blog, obviously it can't be in that format, and the discussion boards can't be in that format. But when you send your work to me, it should be in a .doc or .docx format. If it is not in that format, I will not take the paper and you will receive a 0. This is just paying attention to detail. And also, I have to have it in those formats because that's how I grade them, right? I have to have it on a Microsoft Word format because I grade everything on Microsoft Word. Okay, so I kind of skipped around the syllabus here. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go over the breakdown of each of the assignments because I will talk about those in class as the due dates approach, and I'll have separate handouts and rubrics for each of them. Extra credit. I don't tend to offer a lot of extra credit, and if I do, you can only receive 10 points worth of extra credit. I don't give extra credit to a lazy class. So if you're collectively not working hard, if I'm not getting very good quality work from you as a class, then I'm not going to offer extra credit. Poor work does not, is not awarded with free points, right? Hard work is awarded with free points. So if I offer extra credit, you can only get 10 points, and only if you're working as a class, working hard as a class. Also, please do not beg me for extra credit opportunities. If anyone asks me for extra credit opportunities, we will not have any. That's just not the way things work, right? If you want something, you have to do something for it. And that means your job to get a possible opportunity for extra credit is to just work hard. I'll decide if and when there will be extra credit. Formatting, I already talked about the .doc and the .docx. Sorry, I got a little out of order here on the syllabus. But along those lines too, everything you turn into me needs to be in MLA format. If it is not in MLA format, you will receive a 0 on the assignment. And I have seen this just crush students' grades. It's not hard. I would teach you to do MLA format. This is English 201, so you should probably already know, but I'll still teach it to you anyway. If you cannot put your paper in Times New Roman 12-point font, double space with a header, heading, and title, this is just not the environment for you. That will be the easiest thing I ask you to do all semester. I'm not trying to be a jerk again. It's just about paying attention to detail and following directions. When I have to fill out or create grant proposals, there's a specific format, and they always say, if you don't follow this format, we will not read your proposal. Simple as that, right? I have watched job applicants not follow the directions and have their applications and cover letters literally thrown in the trash can, right? It's about following directions and paying attention to detail. It's good practice for the professional world. So if your papers are not in MLA format, you will receive a 0. And again, there's at least one student every semester that fails my class because they're not doing this and they're not looking at my feedback to see that they actually made that mistake the first 3 times, right? So please make sure that you're paying attention to that. Turnaround time, I will get your papers back to you as soon as possible. Grading papers takes a long time, especially if you want quality feedback. And I have 4 sections at 25 students apiece, and every student is turning in 4 papers. That's a lot of work for me. So this is what I can promise you. I can promise you that you will get your papers back before the next one's due, so you have time to look at your feedback. I cannot promise you you'll get them back as quickly as you want. I cannot promise you that I'll have them back in a week or even 2 weeks, right? But I will have them back to you so you can get your feedback. So I thank you for your patience with that. The next few parts of the syllabus are about violence and harassment, religious observance, the statement on diversity. We can talk about these in the first day of class. I do want to take a minute here to talk about academic honesty. All of you are in English 201, which means that you have had some sort of college classes before this. So that means you already know that plagiarism and cheating are against the rules, and if you don't, I'm here to tell you it is. You know that buying a paper off the internet is plagiarism. You know that copying and pasting something without citing it is plagiarism. You know that turning in a friend's paper is cheating. You know that turning in a paper that you wrote for another class is cheating. Having somebody else write a paper for you is cheating. If I catch you cheating, I will turn you into the dean and you will fail the course. I don't do any second chances here. You won't just fail the assignment, you fail the entire course, and I will turn you into the dean. I take this very seriously. I catch students every semester doing this. I was not born yesterday. I've been doing this for almost 10 years. So it's in your best interest to just do your work. I give you plenty of time to do peer reviews and workshops in class. There will be 2 peer reviews, and a workshop for every single paper that we write in this course. So you have plenty of time to do stuff in class. Um, it's just not worth cheating. So do not cheat, because if you do, I will catch you. So with that aside, I do have a few other things to talk about here that aren't on the syllabus. Word on the street is I'm a hard grader, and I think to some extent that might be true, but I also think that I'm a fair grader. If you come into English 201 and think this is going to be an easy A because it's a required course, you are wrong, right? It's a required course because it's important. Everything we do in here you will need for your other classes. You will be reading and writing in your classes for the rest of your academic career, and even probably your, job that you get after you graduate. You need to know this stuff. So I take it really seriously because it's really important that you know how. So if you're expecting an easy A, this isn't the class for you. Now, with that said, if you work hard, you'll probably do well. Every semester, I have students that get an A in the course, and I also have students that get an F in the course, and the majority of the students stay in the B, C range. But I have never seen a student that has followed the directions and has tried to everything of his or her ability and failed the course. It just doesn't happen. The ones that don't do well aren't working very hard. So really, this isn't about me being a hard grader. This is about you being a hard worker. So if you have a good work ethic, this is the class for you. If you're looking for a cake course, this isn't the class for you. And I don't make any exceptions. You can Rate My Professor. It all says she's a hard grader, right? That it's too tough for an intro course or whatever. It's out there. It's true. It's not going to be an easy class. But the grading is fair. And I also think we can have a lot of fun. I know the policies seem a little strict, but it is possible to have a ton of fun in this class as long as you guys are working hard. So if you bring your A game every day, I will bring my A game every day, and we can have a good time. I think this video is going to 2 sections of 201. One of you guys, I think, will have a TA with me this semester. And so I will introduce her the first day of class, and she'll be a nice addition to the class to give you some extra feedback. It'll be nice to have 2 instructors in the room to help you guys out. But with that in mind, all that said, it is 1:08. I hope I didn't take too long. I'm trying to cut the length of these videos back because nobody wants to hear me talk so long. I think we're going to have a good time, and I look forward to meeting you next week. Enjoy the rest of your break. Bye, guys.